Well, earlier in the broadcast, we talked about how to protect yourself from online shopping scams, but it's also important to protect yourself when running errands and making sure your house does not look appealing to a would-be thief. And joining me to talk all about it this morning is Officer David Hartman with the New Haven Police Department. Officer Hartman, thank you for being here. So a lot of things people need to keep in mind this time of year, and they're really distracted with what's going on. First thing I want to talk about, when someone is out shopping, they're at the mall or any stores, what are some things that they should keep in mind when it comes to safety?
Well, I think what's important is that there's so many distractions out there. You have advertisements and, everything from, music and just sale items that you see. You have to stay focused. And you have to realize that you're now carrying your personal property, your phones, your pocketbook, and shopping items that you've already purchased on you. You need to keep things close to your body, and you need to not get distracted and let people, get those from you. It's important to keep things out of loose pockets. Most pocketbooks have a shoulder strap for a reason, so you can keep it close to your body and keep things guarded.
All right, and then when it comes to, going to the mall or stores and you're out in parking lots where it's dark or you're alone, what would some advice be there for people? Because I know they should maybe be with someone, and parking in certain areas is critical.
Well, park in a well-lit area, and I think it's very important to walk deliberately. Don't get distracted outside of the mall when you're going from your parking space in or out. Walk deliberately to and from. If you shop with a friend. And if you feel uncomfortable, if you think there's somebody following you or you're just uneasy, walk towards people and well-lit areas.
All right, good advice. Now I want to shift gears here to talk about, at home where people live. What are some key things that you see people kind of do that are wrong that could make them enticing for a thief or someone to break into the house?
Well, I think a lot of it is people allow themselves to let others know when they're not home and when they're not home for any length of time. Simple things like trash collection day. Your trash cans should go out and get returned to their storage area regardless of whether you're on vacation or not. Find a trusted neighbor to do things like that. Put your lights on timers. Have motion sensor lights in your driveways on your front porch. Porch lights should be on all the time as soon as it's dark. You want to make your house look lived in. Even some music on the inside. Leave a computer on or a television on. T&H is on 24 hours a day. You can keep that on. And if you really want to have burglars avoid your home, play some really bad Christmas music, just audible enough from the outside. They'll go to the next house.
That would keep anyone out of the house.
Exactly.
So, and the other thing too is that oftentimes this time of year people are obviously getting a lot of gifts. They take them out of the packaging, but then there's something that they do with that packaging which really could make them a victim of crime. Tell us.
If somebody wants to steal their new TV or new computer, all they have to really do is look at the trash, and they see that box for the 72-inch flat screen sitting out there waiting for collection, and that's kind of a good flag for a burglar to case your house and to try and break in.
Now, you guys obviously see crime happening every day, and I can imagine that people know if they're criminals to sort of prey on people this time of year because they know they have expensive items in the house, there may be cash, that kind of thing. I mean, I imagine you see this kind of stuff where this is the time of year where people are looking for that kind of stuff. People
are looking for that kind of stuff, and it's important that you make, you make another home look like a better target for them. One of the things that we really have to stress too is your previous guest talked about consumer fraud and things like that. A lot of stuff's going through the mail now. A lot of people are buying online, and delivery companies are delivering door to door daily. There's a huge problem now with people following delivery trucks. They wait a few minutes. If nobody answers that doorbell, there's the package on the front step. And things are getting stolen right from people's front porches when they're not even there.
And we've seen it, so in that case, have a trusted neighbor. If you're going to be away, bring those packages in so no one gets a look at them.
Bring the packages in, and very often the courier service, I should say, will hold a package if you're not, if you're not home to collect it, if you're at work, or, you can have it delivered to your work. People are doing that more often now, too.
So there are options out there. Case in point, people need to be very aware of what's going on and plan ahead.
Again, don't get distracted.
All right, very good. Officer Hartman, thank you for being here with us this morning. We certainly appreciate a lot of great